Hello, it's Saturday. Well, I wasn't going to do a video today, but just found out my husband's going to be working 7 days this week, so I thought, well, Sunday is the day I usually make him breakfast. I do toast and eggs and bacon and all that good stuff, but he won't be here tomorrow. I mean, he will be, but he'll be leaving really early. So I thought instead of doing this in the morning, perhaps I should make waffles tonight, because I'm going to do waffles, eggs, and I'm going to do bacon where I just, heat it back up from being in the refrigerator or the freezer. But to make his waffles really nice, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make them strawberry waffles. So I just chopped up a bunch of strawberries, and then whatever I don't use we'll have tonight for dinner, and he can have tomorrow for lunch. He loves taking fresh fruit to work, especially he works in a factory, so it gets very, very hot in there. So when he gets fruit, it feels refreshing to him. So I like to, at least in the summertime, try to pack him some fruit. So, I just started making waffles actually not too long ago. I've never made them. I'm going to try something else too, and I just got one. My dad used to make them really good, and I'm going to try. So we're going to do these strawberry waffles, and I'm going to make them really strawberry. I just made a big mess. That's always nice. But like I told you guys before, I'm a messy cooker, but it turns out really good in the end. So, while we're waiting on that, I'm going to show you what we're making for dinner tonight. So for dinner tonight, because it's really hot in the factory, I decided that I was going to make just something easy and simple. So we're going to use my canned mac and cheese. He loves this stuff, by the way. Absolutely loves it. I think he could eat it every day, honestly. And it is really good. I mean, it's cheesy. It's just got such a good taste to it. And you actually can it with cheese, and then you can it with, you have, sorry about that, chicken broth in it. So it has a little bit of a different taste, and it is so yummy. So we'll warm that up in the microwave for him. You should see my counter. I've got waffle guts all over it. That's going to be a mess. And then I'm going to take, I can get a knife out here. We're going to have Polish sausages. And I'm going to cut them up. And I don't boil them anymore, and I don't do the grill. I always tell my husband that's a man's work. That's not to cut on any of you women that are amazing on the grill, but that way I get out of it, because I'm not much into grilled food anyway, and it makes him get up. Because he's a non-cooker. I think it's so funny when he tells me, "You have enough tomatoes stocked up, or tomato sauce stocked up." And I go, "Do I?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Well, I'm glad that you think that." And he's like, "Well, what do you mean?" And I says, "Well, every time you make goulash, it takes 2 cans of spaghetti, or of the sauce. Every time you make chili, because I make a double batch because he loves my chili, it takes 4 cans of that. So how fast do you think that stock lasts?" And he's like, "Probably not that long." And I'm like, "You've got it." Because I guess we don't think about it, when we go to try to, stock up our food and whatever. We don't think about how long something truly, what I mean? Like, am I stocking enough of that up or whatever? But if you think about it, like if you have a bigger family, how many cans of corn do you use when you open up a can of corn for your family for dinner? How many, cans of tomato do you use when you're doing your chili or spaghetti or whatever you happen to be making? I don't think that when we're prepping, because sometimes we actually think about the amounts of food that we truly do use when we do it. So as you guys start to prep, which I hope you're doing, but as you're starting to prep and to put up food, think about those things. Think about how many, cans of whatever you might need, how many that takes for you to make a meal. Because just because if the, pardon the expression, shit hits the fan, does not mean you need to starve. If you prep up and you know the things that your family is going to use, that's what you stock up. Don't stock up a bunch of stuff that you're not going to eat, because that makes absolutely no sense. You have food on the shelves that you're not going to eat. That's wasteful. Only get things that you know that you're in fact going to use, and use those things. Let's take a peek at this. Oh, it looks really good, you guys. I like to make these up once in a while now that I actually make them. And what I like to do is make enough for breakfast, and then I'll make up a few extra, like sometimes 2 to 4 extra. I'll put them in a gallon bag and put them in the freezer. And that way, if I want one for lunch, or if, I want to do something for him quick, like for breakfast, because he leaves really early, and on his early days, he leaves here at 2 o'clock in the morning. And I get up with him every morning, but, I don't know about you guys, but I do not feel like cooking at 2 o'clock in the morning. And it have to actually be earlier than that, since he leaves here at 2. On his regular days, he leaves here around 6, so it's not so bad. But boy, on those early days, I don't even want to get out of my computer chair, let alone cook anything. So maybe that's just not the good woman in me, I don't know, but that's just a bit early for me to do all kinds of stuff. If I had to, I would, but we usually will have toast or something on the days that he works that early, or I pre-make up, and I think I'm going to do some tomorrow. I'm going to can up corn tomorrow and a couple of roasts, so I might actually videotape doing that. But I actually make him up his oatmeal. He loves oatmeal. And so I make it up in little baggies, and then I put it up in the cupboard, and then all he's got to do is add water. He heats it up in the microwave and adds a little bit of milk, and his breakfast is ready. And like, he hates when I buy the normal packets anymore because they don't taste as good. And I'm putting in dehydrated fruit, and I can put in nuts, I can put in all kinds of stuff, and they taste really, really good. So maybe I'll take a video of that tomorrow when I make up this oatmeal for him. Alrighty, looks like our first one is done. I use the metal to kind of pull it up off of there. Jack, he said he made some waffles last week and he forgot to put spray on. And he goes, Chris, oh my God, that was the biggest mess. Because I think he gets ahead of himself and he tries to remember what it was like when we do it together. And then when he does it on his own, he tends to forget things. So, anyways, I'm going to make up a few more waffles, and so he can have a really nice breakfast tomorrow, since he's going to be a really hard worker and work 7 days this week. But I want to thank you guys for watching the video, and please, I ask if you would like to like, share, and to subscribe. I'm up to 21 subscribers. I know that's not very many, and it's probably not much to get, excited about, but I appreciate every one of you, and please, like, share, and comment, and subscribe. And it's so funny because a few of my neighbors actually have subscribed, and a girl from my husband's work, and she's like, I'm trying that one recipe. And then my neighbor's like yesterday, how did you do your sweet potato fries? And so it actually seems nice to hear back from people, and through whether it's through my husband or through my friends that are subscribed. So if you can, subscribe and share it so that we can maybe get the word out to more people. You guys have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.